Welcome to World Prism. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. In the world of global diplomacy, some of the most important moves happen quietly, away from the spotlight. This past summer, while Washington was preoccupied, Canada and Japan signed a landmark security agreement, one that notably excluded the United States. This pact formalizes a deepening partnership, reshaping the Indo-Pacific strategic landscape. The agreement signals a growing desire among America's allies to build their own security networks, independent of Washington's direct involvement. For Canada, it's a pillar of its Indo-Pacific strategy. For Japan, it's a step toward a more proactive security role. The fact that they built this bridge without Washington speaks volumes about their confidence in their bilateral relationship. We'll explore what this new Canada-Japan pact entails, why it matters, and how it fits into a world where traditional US-led alliances are being supplemented by new, nimble partnerships. We'll also look at the interplay of security and trade, and what this evolving relationship means for the United States. Ultimately, this is a story about two close US allies forging their own path in the Pacific. The Security of Information Agreement, or SIA, was signed in Tokyo on July 8, 2025, by Japanese Foreign Minister Takeshi Iwaya and Canadian Foreign Minister Anita Anand. The SIA is a legally binding treaty that creates a secure framework for sharing sensitive and classified information between the two countries. Before this, sharing state secrets was complicated and ad hoc. Now there are clear, mutually agreed rules for handling and protecting information. The agreement goes beyond intelligence sharing. It opens doors for Canadian and Japanese companies to participate in each other's sensitive government procurement, from aerospace to advanced nuclear technology. This trusted ecosystem encourages innovation and joint development. The SIA must still be ratified by both parliaments, but its signing marks the culmination of years of negotiation and strategic planning. It's a deliberate, long-term investment in institutional trust and resilience. Without this legal framework, deeper defense cooperation would be nearly impossible. Joint military projects and intelligence sharing would be hampered by concerns over intellectual property and security. By removing these obstacles, Canada and Japan have signaled a new era of collaboration. The SIA acts as a master key, unlocking opportunities for both nations' defense and technology sectors. It's a foundation for tackling complex challenges together, from cyber threats to maritime security. This agreement is a strategic leap forward for both countries. The SIA is more than symbolic, it's a catalyst for real collaboration in defense and technology. For Canada's aerospace and manufacturing industries, it opens access to Japan's advanced defense market. Canadian firms specializing in AI, sensors, and cold weather tech can now bid on major Japanese projects, boosting exports and jobs. Japanese tech giants, in turn, gain new opportunities in Canada's national security modernization, especially in the Arctic. Japanese expertise in satellite communications and naval engineering could transform Canada's defense capabilities. The SIA ensures sensitive intellectual property is protected, encouraging top-tier joint ventures. This agreement paves the way for innovative, secure partnerships between the two nations. The Canada-Japan Pact exemplifies minilateralism, small, flexible coalitions tackling specific issues, often without US leadership. This isn't anti-American, it's a pragmatic response to a changing world where US reliability is no longer guaranteed. Allies are diversifying partnerships and taking greater ownership of their security. Japan leads this trend, building a web of security agreements with other US allies, including the UK and Australia. The new pact with Canada fits into Japan's strategy of reinforcing the Indo-Pacific order, with or without constant American oversight. For the US, this is both a relief and a challenge. Stronger allies share the burden, but American influence subtly erodes. As these minilateral groups grow more effective, the US risks being sidelined in key decisions. This new reality demands a more collaborative, less domineering approach from Washington. The Canada-Japan agreement is a sign of allies stepping up and stepping out on their own. It's a glimpse of a more distributed, resilient alliance system. The SIA is just the beginning. It unlocks ambitious possibilities for Canada-Japan cooperation. Joint military exercises can now be larger and more complex, with seamless information sharing. The Royal Canadian Navy and Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force can enhance anti-submarine and air defense drills. Japan's interest in Canada's Arctic operations, like Operation Nanook, could bring advanced Japanese technology to the far north. The SIA enables sharing of sensitive Arctic data and joint development of surveillance systems. Cooperation extends to space, with both countries poised for joint satellite projects and space-based monitoring. Critical minerals are another frontier. Canada's resources and Japan's processing expertise can build secure supply chains. The SIA is a stepping stone to deeper agreements, like defense equipment transfers and visiting forces arrangements. Such steps would allow long-term deployments and cement a robust defense partnership. This evolving alliance is set to shape the Pacific's security landscape for years to come. Canada and Japan are building a model for 21st-century cooperation. While Canada and Japan deepened security ties, a US-Japan auto deal exposed the complexities of shifting alliances. In July 2025, the Trump administration cut tariffs on Japanese cars from 25% to 15%, but kept the higher tariff for Canadian and Mexican vehicles. This move undermined the integrated North American auto supply chain, putting Canadian and Mexican factories at a disadvantage. A car built in Japan now faces a lower US tariff than one assembled in Ontario or Monterey, with significant US content. The deal highlights how economic decisions constrain even the closest alliances. The Canada-Japan Pact is a clear sign that the global alliance system is evolving. Allies are building their own connections, creating a more resilient network beyond the old US-centric model. This isn't a rejection of American leadership, but a recognition that Washington's resources are finite. Stronger, interconnected allies are a strategic asset, enhancing security across the Indo-Pacific. This collective effort upholds the rules-based order that benefits the US, often without direct American involvement. But it also challenges the US to adapt from director to partner within a network of capable allies. The US-Japan auto deal is a cautionary tale. Transactional policies can undermine vital partnerships. If the US is seen as unreliable, allies will build frameworks that don't depend on American participation. The Canada-Japan Pact reflects a world where middle powers take greater responsibility. The future of US influence depends on embracing this new, networked reality.